Hello, Ducks fans. Welcome to another episode of the Quack Report, live post-game edition, just after the loss to the New York Islanders here, 6-3 final in that one. But, overall was a pretty close game. We'll get into it a little bit later, but, not the most disappointing of losses. And as we talked about on the live stream, if the Ducks win, yay, the Ducks won. If the Ducks lose, Connor
for
Bedard.
the tank.
Yeah. So it's a win-win even when you lose.
I'm gonna sleep very peacefully tonight, knowing that the Anaheim Ducks lost, and it gives us a better chance at Connor Bedard.
Me too. We got Andy Smith joining us in the chat saying hi, guys. Hello,
What's going on, Andy?
Welcome back. Good to see you again. We were also talking on the stream about Little Caesars, and I was like, "Oh, I haven't had Little Caesars in a long time. I could really go for some good greasy Little Caesars pizza." I go out to fill up my water bottle between streams. There's a Little Caesars box sitting on the on the counter. So I grabbed a crazy breadstick because, obviously, but
damn, I could really go for like some KFC.
Okay, now close your eyes and open them. Do you see KFC?
No, I just see you.
Ugh. And I don't look like a greasy, deep fried chicken wing with 11 herbs and spices?
No, you don't, unfortunately.
Okay. I will cover myself in bread crumbs and Italian seasoning and chives and whatever else I can find. And
welcome to
make you happy.
Welcome to the late night show where we are completely off our rockers at this point.
And hungry. and very hungry.
I haven't had supper yet, and it is currently 10:38 local time.
Yeah, see, I have. I'm just, just a hungry boy. Growing boy who needs his food.
I have not. I had a breakfast wrap at like 10 this morning.
Don't tell me that's all you've had.
I had some Timbits. Other than that, that's what I've had today. So I am getting hungry at this point.
I would hope so. Yeah. Well, we better make this a quick one so you can have a bite to eat. Yeah, we will talk very, very quickly about the Preds and Ducks game that happened over on Sunday, but that was a couple days ago now. Then we'll get into the Islanders-Ducks game. Surprisingly, a couple pieces of news to talk about at this time of year. We'll take that. That's right. Pretty good. A Gulls update, some upcoming games, and a very quick What's Quacking, which I think I know what it is. I think I saw it earlier today, but won't spoil the surprise. So, shall we get into the Preds and Ducks game here?
Yeah, let's do it.
Ducks securing a single point from the overtime loss in this one to the Preds, which I think they're lucky to get considering it was 4-2 with just a couple minutes left, about 2.5 minutes to go. And then, a couple goals with the empty net with the goaltender pulled and, right back in it.
Yeah, the Ducks kind of were, it felt back and forth in this game a little bit. The Predators in particular are just a very interesting team to me right now.
Oh, yeah.
Because, okay, so what would you classify the Predators as during the trade deadline?
Oh, they were sellers, 100%. Like,
and
they got rid of
they are
Writer, they got rid of a couple other guys.
And yet they're this close to squeaking into the playoffs right now.
Which is weird. I don't know if it's like the guys that are left are like, no, you might be selling the farm, or not selling the farm, but you guys might be selling to like, try and get assets, but we're not ready. We're making playoffs here. Like, are you kidding me? We're like, first, second, or I guess third, fourth wild card at this point. And especially with the Jets looking a little rough these days.
Yeah.
So it's wide open.
Yeah, so as it stands right now, as I'm looking at the NHL app, the Nashville Predators, 65 games played and 75 points compared to the Jets, who are at 68 games played with 79 points.
Yeah. So the Preds give me first-year Vegas vibes. Not in the sense that, all the players are like rejects, but like everyone's got a chip on their shoulder. Like, okay, no, like we thought we were playing okay this season, but like we're not ready to give up. Like we're pushing now. Like they've just got that little bit of I guess just a chip on their shoulder going into it. So my hot take is Nashville Predators make the Western Conference Finals.
So they make the Western Conference Final?
They make the Western Conference Final. That's
like
my hot take.
Third round.
And then they get knocked out by whoever it is, but that's my take.
So you're saying that Nashville, as it stands,
Squeaks into the wild card.
squeaks into the wild card, and currently would be playing the Vegas Golden Knights. You're thinking
Yeah.
that they get past that first round alone.
Yep.
There's hot takes. There's scorching hot takes. And then there's whatever hot diarrhea just came out of your mouth there. That is a take and a half. And it's so much of a take that I am going to write it down and I'm going to hold you to it.
Okay. Sounds good. Do it. And if it happens, I want you to frame that for me with a little gold plaque that just says, Carter was right. And if I die, put it on my tombstone. But if I don't between now and then, which hopefully not, knock on wood, then just a framed photo. And I'll put it right here, right on the wall behind us. So you have to look at it twice a week, every week. Just right there.
All right.
You got her down.
Just getting the last. Okay, what's the date today? March 15th.
Yeah. See, and there's a reason I'm saying it's a very hot take. It's because it's very unlikely, and I know that. But I think if they make the playoffs, they got a little bit of momentum that could take them a good way. I think. Yeah, I think if the Preds make it, they're not just a first round exit. So. What are you writing? A whole novel? Are you writing it in like 3 different languages?
No. One, I'm making sure my handwriting's actually neat.
Why? Oh, for when it gets framed.
No, just for the camera to see.
Okay.
But also just adding, you said this on March 15th, 2023, and I made the note that Nashville is currently 4 points out of a playoff spot.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
All right. Oh, Jesus.
Okay.
I'm just throwing it around, apparently.
With games in hand, though. Right? Did you not just say that?
Yeah, with games in hand.
With games in hand.
Making, like a hot take is them making the playoffs. And that's not even like that hot. It's like a mild.
Yeah, exactly. So why would I do that? Medium. That's not going to get us clicks.
But a hot take is, them making the Western Conference Finals.
It's more likely than Calgary.
I'll tell you right now, if that happens, it's purely because of UC Saros. Purely because of UC Saros. No other reason at all.
We've seen that probably every year where a hot goalie drags a team and that shouldn't be in the playoffs into the playoffs.
Who would you say it was last year?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm just saying like it's a pretty common occurrence. So, you know what? Well, I know. No, I was going to say Edmonton, but Mike Smith just happened to be hot. But
I was going to say that's what I was going to say too. To be honest with you.
Dallas, Jake Ottinger.
Yeah, the Flames had to pull some voodoo shit to get past Jake Ottinger in particular, and they're still paying for it.
Yeah. This year, I don't know who I would say it is. Maybe Minnesota with Fleury, but that's not. I mean, if the Jets make it, then it would be Hellebuyck
with Kaprizov out right now, though, it would be on Fleury.
Yeah, but
and he has been playing great as of late.
Yeah. So there would be that.
Anyway,
Phoenix Copley with the Kings. There's lots this year.
Oh yeah, that one too, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. Back to the Preds and the Ducks, though. This one I feel like was just a bit of an unlucky game overall.
In a way. Yeah.
Nashville's first goal was tipped by Colton White's stick while he's playing defense. Which, again, kids, if any kids are listening to this, 1, why are your parents letting you listen to this? 2, don't. As a goalie, please don't just use your stick blade, especially at an angle, your stick blade to block a shot. Please don't do that.
Yeah.
Please don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
Get your body in front of it if you're going to block it. But at the same time,
sticks out of the way.
We've paid thousands of dollars for our goalie equipment. It's designed to stop pucks.
Yeah.
The third goal against from Nashville as well, was behind the net, tips off Bolio's stick, and then off of the back of John Gibson into the net. Like that's just unlucky.
Yeah.
It's just unlucky overall. So
or highly skilled by who was it? Novak? Is that who?
That's like some crosshair from the Bad Batch level.
Yeah.
ricocheting off of two different things, accuracy there.
Yeah.
Yeah, the other note I had is just, what a comeback. The down 4-2 with 2.5 minutes left, and you come back to tie the game there, both goals with the empty net. That's damn good.
Doesn't happen very often, especially with this team. Like usually we just kind of give up the empty net goal right away. So yeah.
What else did I have here? What do you got before I run through all my notes and just go through this really quick?
Yeah. Well, first, before what I have to say, we got Andrew jumping in the chat with a hey guys.
What's going on, Andrew?
Says, sorry I'm late on THPN. It's all good. Reminded everyone to hit that like button. Who won?
And subscribe.
Who won in the Blues game? 8-5 final for the Wild. So barn burner there. Anyone listening that hasn't seen it yet, go watch the almost Jordan Binnington Fleury fight. It's all over Twitter. It's a good one.
The ref saved Binnington from getting his face caved in.
Saved his life, yeah. Andrew asks, who won in this game? Currently, we're talking about the Preds one, which was a 5-4 loss. The Islanders won. It was a 6-3 loss for the Ducks. So, yeah. Okay. Yeah, what did I have for this game? I mean, besides what you have, I don't really have a whole lot else to add.
Okay, well then
honestly,
take the reins.
Okay, sure. I'm gonna save these fancy stats for you because that's your thing. But yeah, I will talk about the delay on Frank Vetrano's goal there in what was it? Second period?
Yeah, I think it was. It was a weird delay on that one.
Yeah, it was. But I mean, yeah, it was like in and out real quick, and because it hit that back bar, like there wasn't like the net didn't move, and but there also wasn't like a sound that it was like, oh, it hit the post. So and then no, not even Vetrano. Like usually the guy who shoots it knows, but even he was like, I have no idea, man.
That went in? Oh, okay, cool. Yay, fist bumps. Yeah, all right.
that was the one time where like the ref was the only one that knew that it went in, not like the guy that shot it. Usually they're like, oh yeah, I've got that. Like, no question about it. Or the goalie, but like
ref actually had their eyes open for once.
Yeah, no one else on the ice knew, and nobody in the stands knew. And then the ref was like, "Yep, we're good." And then they were like, "Oh, it's a goal." And then Honda Center erupts, and then it was like, "Oh yeah." Shit,
it was like such a delayed non-reaction for a tying goal.
Yeah, right.
Getting into the third period.
Yeah, it was really interesting, but but also just like what a shot by Vetrano. He's
he just ripped that thing.
Yeah, he's got such a wicked shot.
Yeah.
I love that he is actually willing to shoot as well. So it's very beneficial.
Yeah, it has been a while. Like, not discrediting, like Troy Terry or Trevor Zegras or any guys like that, but like to have somebody who's just in that mentality to shoot, right? Like a little bit more of a shoot first, pass second type guy.
Yeah.
So
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it is quite nice for sure. So
yeah. And sorry, just correction on the bank goal that you were talking about, that third Nashville goal. That was former Anaheim Duck Kiefer Sherwood banking that in.
Oh, of course it was.
Gibson.
Of course it was.
Yeah, right.
What else do you expect?
Not Novak, who I had initially said, who had a 3-point night, 2 goals and an assist on the Sherwood goal. So, but just a little correction there. So, but yeah, of course it was a former Duck.
Yeah.
That scores that. So,
of course.
Yeah. What did you have here for some of these fancy numbers?
Yeah, I guess we're talking about the goal scoring right now. Just capitalized on pretty much all shot types, which you don't normally see, especially from this Ducks team. And also on UC Saros in particular there. The Ducks, this is coming from Natural Stat Trick. The Ducks capitalizing on 1 high danger goal, 1 medium danger, and 2 low danger goals. Wow. Not something you typically see out of Saros for sure. So
no, definitely not. He has had a little bit of a weird year for Saros, like still a good year, but just not quite himself maybe. So these numbers kind of speak to it.
Yeah, this game in particular, it was 892 for the save percentage there. 33 saves on 37 shots.
Yeah, so
not your typical. Yes, and especially for a game that went to overtime.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, not your usual Saros game, but shows that he is human.
Yeah.
So But he did
you-
make some. He did make some big stops in this game.
Oh, yeah, for
As
sure.
well. The Silverberg one that it went off the post, went right back to Silverberg,
Mhm.
and Saros just got his toe on the rebound shot there. So
Yeah, and
yeah,
he
that
like hit
was a
it
big
like
save.
kind of as it was like passing him. Like it wasn't he got the pad out to stop it. Like he literally just like kicked it with the skate blade to
Yeah,
knock it out of the way, which is
he hit it and redirected it.
yeah,
So
it's
like just
absolutely
in time,
nuts.
kind of thing.
Yeah,
So
and that's the Saros that everyone knows.
yeah,
I think it's his ability to make those saves. But you got to feel for Silverberg too. Like, dude's like goals are hard to come by for him
and
as of
in the
late,
in
and
this
he gets
the span
robbed
of a
twice in the span of
second.
4 seconds. Like,
Yeah, exactly. Well, not even 4 seconds. I'd
yeah,
say it's like 1-2 seconds kind of thing. But
yeah, I
yeah,
guess,
exactly.
yeah.
So, Jones, McTavish, and Terry
Mm.
has been an interesting line, and it's been
Interesting in a
good.
good way. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, and especially in this game in particular here. And I will take a look as well when we get to the Islanders game how they were looking. But yeah, that line played 11 minutes in the Nashville game, 5-on-5. A 0.67 expected goals for, a 0.04 expected against,
Damn.
and
That
getting
just
a
doesn't
goal
happen.
as a line. That's yeah, it was nuts
Yeah, that's really good.
what they were doing in this game here. And then to break it down a little bit, we'll start with Max Jones, who we'll talk a little bit more about as well later, especially in regards to the Islanders game. Jones putting up an assist with just under 14 minutes of time on ice. Then you got Troy Terry putting up a goal with just over 20 minutes and a minute and a half on the power play. And then Mason McTavish putting up 2 goals in just over 18 minutes of time on ice, with a minute and a half of that being on the power play. He's got 3 goals and 4 points in his last 5 games, at least up to the Predators game now.
Yeah.
For 16 goals and 40 points on the season.
Nice. Hitting that 40-point plateau. So that's pretty good. Just a couple points shy of guaranteeing himself like a half a point per game pace, which is solid. I guess he would be around like a 0.6, 0.7. Yeah, ish, somewhere in there. Just quick estimating point per game pace. So which is pretty solid. I saw he's second in the rookie scoring race. I think Beniers had 48 as of last night, and I guess they didn't play tonight. So yeah.
Yeah, I think at this point, unless McTavish like just goes off in a game, I think it is Beniers like the rookie scoring title. But
especially because the Kraken are in a playoff position, so it does kind of play into it. But yeah. I do really. Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say with the Islanders game finished now as well, so that will take off a goal for McTavish. So that'll be 2 goals in his last 5 and 3 points in his last 5, which is still really good though.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah. Yeah, just with this line, I think that Jones and McTavish have a really solid chemistry together. I think I like we talked about Zegras and McTavish being complementary in a way that like Zegras can be feeding McTavish, and we see that on the power play. I think it works quite well. But the Ducks are obviously a better team when those two are on separate lines as your separate centermen, like line 1 and 2.
Yeah.
But I think Jones has kind of emerged as maybe not like, a top passer, but he's good at retrieving the puck and being physical and hard on the forecheck. And then he just kind of throws it in the guy for sure. He just kind of gives not necessarily like crisp tape to tape passes, but he can at least get it to an area where McTavish can then make a play on it. And not to take away from Jones, like he can make those nice passes, but like just not as efficiently, I guess, as we've seen from Zegras before. But I think that pairing as a line works really, really well together. And I mean, Terry's good on that line as well. Obviously, you talked that he had a goal, and Terry's obviously a really good player, but I think he fits better with Trevor Zegras. So I think looking forward to the offseason, one of the moves that needs to be made by Pat Verbeek is getting a middle 6 right, or I guess top 6, we'll say top 6, a top 6 right winger that can be with Jones and McTavish on that line that would complement them in some way, either like a good passer or maybe a more defensive forward or someone who's just well-rounded, can pass, can shoot, whatever, multiple threats. Because then I think we got a dangerous top six, especially with Terry moving up or being able to move up with Zegras. So
Yeah, absolutely agree. Sorry, I'm trying to see as well just how this line is done, like outside of this game, like just kind of.
Oh yeah, for sure.
As a whole here. So
yeah, I don't think they've played together a ton, but yeah, just while you're pulling that up, Jones, I think he's looked really well. I don't know if it's because he's getting top 6 minutes, so he's just kind of trying to prove himself a bit, or if he's just really starting to emerge as like the first round pick that we drafted him as, now that he's 25 and kind of entering his prime, and not being bogged down by lingering season-long injuries or extended injuries or anything like that. He's just really finding some consistency in his game. He plays physically, he's aggressive on pucks, and he's just complementing McTavish really well. I think like he's just found like a good line mate as well. So yeah, just props to how Jones is playing. And I mean, I don't think we sign him to a huge deal, but I hope, because I think he is up this year, if I'm not mistaken.
Jones?
Yeah.
I don't think he is.
No,
if I remember correctly. I'll let you tell me if I'm wrong.
3-year deal signed before the season before. So yeah, he's in the second year of that deal. So at 1.295 mil. So then, 2 more years, and then he is still an RFA with a qualifying offer of 1.5 million. So I mean, I was kind of hoping that he would be up for a contract this year because we could sign him for a little bit of term, 4 or 5 years at a lower rate. But, if next year he really picks up the pace playing with McTavish and insert off-season acquisition right winger here, then might be a little bit higher paycheck for Jones. I mean, I don't think anything crazy. I don't think we're going to pay him like 6-7 mil, but I don't think Jones is the type of guy. I mean, happy for him to prove me wrong, but I don't think you want to pay him, 5 years, $4 or $5 million. Like, I think that's a little bit high, but
I feel like it'd be like 3 and south kind of thing.
Like 3 mil.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'd even pay as high as 4, like 4 years, 4 million. Like, I think that's fine, especially considering his age. He's fairly young. He's played in the NHL for a while. So
yeah. So that line has it's apparently played 15 games together. However, it's only been about 77 minutes total. Okay. So a bit more like kind of on the fly, and now it's been a bit more as of late. But even so, 2.6 expected goals for is what that line's looking at. And their expected goals per 60 is just slightly over 2. So, which is pretty damn good.
Yeah. And goals against, how's that looking?
I'm pulling up their actual things right now. So they have 4 goals actual, and 4 against. So just right even, 1 for 1 kind of thing. So, and same with the goals for and goals against per 60 as a line.
Okay.
The exact same there. It's expected at 3.12. So yeah, definitely they've definitely stepped on the ice, and that happens to be the lineup out there, and there's a goal scored. Yeah. Which is kind of inflating that a little bit. So let's keep that in mind. But even out of the couple of games that we've seen so far, they've done all right. So
yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, I'm happy to see how that line goes for the rest of this season. 14 games left because we just did game 68. So yeah,
I guess this is kind of going into the Islanders game a little bit. There was a bit of a shakeup with the lines, and I did kind of recognize it while we were doing the watch along. I just didn't make a comment on it, but just seeing it in the time on ice here, definite mix up of lines happening there. Jones, McTavish, and Terry only playing 638 together. And it looks like Terry got swapped out for Frank Vetrano.
Okay.
Because they played 519 there. So
yeah, no, that makes sense. See what you got. I mean, the team wasn't rolling great in the second period, and not even really the third period either. We got 2 goals 2 goals in the first, and then I guess we had one more. When was the third goal? Oh, in the third period, kind of
Yeah,
later
third
in the
period
third.
there,
Yeah,
kind of
so
later. Yeah.
so yeah, we did have a good stretch where we got scored on quite a bit and didn't score. So I'm not too mad about shaking up the lines, and
Yeah.
the season's over. But
The only line that got kept together is the Comtois Grant Magna fourth line there.
Okay.
That played 926 tonight.
Yeah.
So
Sense.
the next highest lineup, I guess, was Vetrano, Lundestrom, Silverberg at 658, just to give you the idea there. So
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I guess we can get more into the Islanders Ducks game because I didn't have anything else, and looks like
yeah.
you didn't have anything else for this Preds one. So, yeah, 6-3 final for the Islanders. As we talked about, Ducks were leading 2-1 in the first, then down 3-2 at the end of the second, and then Islanders just kind of finally capitalized on their chances. So, is the expected goals accurate for this one?
Yeah, it is. I
No
pulled that
way.
up like 30 seconds before
Oh, damn.
we went live there. Yeah, it was a rough night
night.
for both goaltenders. It's what happens when you have two goaltenders on both sides. One team is good defensively while the other team is good offensively. So those kind of battle each other. But then you go to the other end where the Islanders are not so much of an offense team and the Ducks have no defense whatsoever.
Mhm.
But they got John Gibson.
Yeah.
Right. So, yeah, the Money Puck had the expected goals tonight of 2.06. So 2 goals for the Islanders and 1.08. So 1 goal for the Ducks was the expected. And again, the final score was 6-3 in this game.
Yeah.
So it was
rough for the goals saved above expected for both tendies there.
Yeah, for both exactly there. So yeah, Ilya Sorokin putting up an 870 save percentage in this game. Yeah, Natural Stat Trick had an expected goals against of 1.4. And he had 3 against. But again, like the Ducks offense didn't, as good as they can be, they didn't really do a whole heck of a lot as usual of, getting high danger shots or that kind of thing, right? Especially against a tight defensive team like the Islanders. Yeah, only 3 high danger shots there, a lot of low danger ones, but they were able to squeak 1 past him. And 2, the other 2 were considered medium danger there for the goals against there.
Yeah.
But then you look at John Gibson, who there were a couple watching this game that I'm not sure which ones they exactly line up with, but I just kind of think in my head quickly. There's a couple that were not his fault. Definitely, just the lack of defensive coverage in front or just, quick plays or that kind of thing. But there was a couple that I felt that could have had, I guess. So, yeah, he came into this game, Natural Stat Trick saying a 2.43 expected goals against and allowing 6.
So,
but at the same time, like the ones that I'll kind of give him, I guess, were those high danger ones. The Islanders put on, and just relative as well. I'll show you. The Islanders aren't that offensive minded, which we kind of know, but they only got 9 high danger shots against on this Ducks team defense. Only 9 high danger shots. Not a whole lot.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It looks pretty good, honestly.
But when they got those, they capitalized on it. Natural Stat Trick saying 4 of those goals were high danger goals there.
Oh, wow.
But then 1 medium, 1 low danger there. So
yeah,
it's really just a rough night for both goaltenders. Honestly, and that's the roughest game we've seen out of John Gibson, I think, in a long time. Like, what was the game that was earlier last week? I think it was
the 5-2 Seattle.
Yeah, like that was kind of a rough game for
rougher, yeah,
Gibson, but like in comparison, this one sucked to say the least. Like not even like the Nashville game, I don't think tops this one. So yeah, this is just a rough night for him. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I would agree with that for sure. So Yeah.
Throw in Dostal for against Columbus, because what we saw at Dostal against last Wednesday, and then Gibson's now played 3 straight games. So
yeah, give him a rest. See what happens with
Yep.
Dostal. Yeah.
And then you play Vancouver again on the Sunday. Like you got a massive week. You got 4 games in 7 nights coming up next week. Like,
oh yeah, so you definitely get Dostal into it.
Yeah, and you got time for more rest as well, because you're in the middle of an 8-game home stand.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Like, take the opportunity, especially like coming to the, like I can get, like, oh, we want to, go balls to the walls for the end of the season kind of thing, but it's you're in the Bedard sweepstakes.
Yeah.
You're not pushing for a playoff spot, right? Like,
yeah, exactly.
Like, now is the time to give Dostal a few more games.
Yeah, which I mean, I don't know if that's how you increase your odds at Connor Bedard, but now's the time where you experiment, because you're not like, we need to guarantee wins. We just want to see what happens. Yeah,
you see what you have in the pipeline, right? See, it's starting to kind of be tryouts for next year, right? Dostal is probably going to be the backup for next year, but and as much as we've seen of him, I want to see more. I want to see more. Right, now's the time to do it.
Yeah, no, for sure.
So,
just getting to some chat comments here. Andrew was saying for this game, first period was good in that one. Yeah, no very few complaints there.
Yeah.
Marcus dropping by saying quack quack. Hello, Marcus.
What's going on,
Good
Marcus?
to see you. Also says, so I don't know if you know, but I'm from Nevada, but right now I'm visiting friends in Nova Scotia, and it is so cold, like so cold. Yeah. And Andrew is currently soaking up the sun in Naples, Florida, and does not care much for cold or snow, even though he's. Oh yes, he says here, yeah, and he's Canadian too. So yeah. I mean, I don't have too much more to say on this game. I guess actually I do. Sorry,
you're not going to talk about our Lord and Savior.
Yeah, speaking of not known for...
Say it with me, everybody.
Our not known for offensive production.
Kevin Shattenkirk. Sorry, did I read that right? Oh, yeah, right. Kevin Shattenkirk with 2 out of the 3 goals on the night tonight for the Ducks.
Yeah, I mean, one of them, like, yes, he got the goal by definition, but like...
But who made the goal happen? Trevor Zegras.
Yeah, like... You could have put down a 2x4 on the ice instead of Kevin Shattenkirk, and it still would have went in the net.
Oof. Ouch.
And like, that's not even me trying to like, take anything away from Kevin Shattenkirk. Like, I'm not trying to be like, oh, fuck Kevin Shattenkirk and trying to like offend him. I'm just saying, Trevor Zegras was that play. He made that play happen. You put me there, I would have scored a goal too. Just, it was all Trevor Zegras. Like, literally just, I have a stick in my hand. Put it on the ice, and then Zegras does the rest. Like that.
To be fair, I've seen you receive cross crease passes. I don't know if you would have put that one in, to be honest with you.
I'm a defenseman. When do I receive cross crease passes?
So is Kevin Shattenkirk.
I'm a defensive defenseman.
So is Kevin Shattenkirk.
Not from what I've seen.
No, yeah, fair enough. But that Zegras move, goddamn, that was good.
Yeah, that was silky. Just love it. Like
I'm a guy, and I somehow, like, during the TV break for the watch party, I went and took a pregnancy test, and it came out positive. I don't know how, but Trevor Zegras.
It's magic, man. It's magic.
That was a beautiful move. Yeah, like pulling the puck between his legs to get it to the backhand and pass it, backhand pass cross crease.
Yeah,
to Shattenkirk there, taps it home. Yeah, that was a great goal. And then Shattenkirk on the power play as well, for that second one, driving it from the blue line there. And
that one was all Kevin Shattenkirk.
We'll give him credit for that shot. So that's the type of thing that we expected more out of John Klingberg, and did not get whatsoever. So
expected at the beginning of the season. That's what we expected. Yeah,
exactly. So
I don't know. Did you have anything else about this game, or
that was really it? So on it, like the the Islanders are known as a possession team. They definitely took possession in this game.
Yeah.
So there's a
Yeah,
lot
for
of
sure.
time in the Ducks zone, it felt like. And yeah, the Ducks tried the best that they could. But when you got Sorokin on one net, it's a defensive team. You have no offensive or defensive system as a whole. This could have been a lot worse. This could have been like the second game of the season where we last played the Islanders, and it was what, 7-1. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's an improvement from that. Put it that way.
Oh, for
So,
sure. Yeah.
and this is an Islanders team as well that, you know, they're pushing to hold on to their playoff spot right now. So
Yeah.
you knew
Yeah.
that they were going to come out swinging, and the Ducks were. The second period wasn't so much the Ducks' issue in this game, I don't think. The third period definitely was, though.
Oh yeah. No,
So
for sure.
giving up 3 goals in that period. So
Yeah.
mind you, I guess a little bit of the second period, but definitely the third. They just ran out of gas. So, but
I was a little surprised just because you brought up Sorokin, because the Islanders played in LA just last night, and Sorokin played in that game. So I thought we were kind of guaranteed that Varlamov was starting. I thought I even saw something come out that he was starting, but I don't know. It wasn't super reputable source, but yeah, Sorokin actually played both games in this back-to-back, which, as you said, they are fighting for a playoff spot. So like, it does kind of make sense that they're pushing a little bit harder there. So yeah, I don't know. Like, it's I mean, Sorokin played against Washington and let in 5 goals on Sunday. So, but then, you know, the Kings beat the Islanders 5-2 last night. So I don't know, maybe a little bit of a rebound, trying to get like a rebound game for Sorokin. Like,
maybe
hey, you had a rough game last night. Like, just you know, let's try this one more time, kind of thing.
Yeah, especially heading into the playoffs there, though. So, and I mean, I was gonna say, well, why wouldn't you do that against they play the Sharks later this week? But I guess the Ducks are just as good for that respect.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
yeah,
but I guess just the idea of doing it on the second half of a back to back is kind of odd. So, but
yeah.
Anyway,
but yeah. So yeah, that's I guess really all we have to say about this one. Just before we head into a break, we got Andrew asking who is next on THPN. So on Friday, Grant will be doing the Hurricanes versus the Leafs, 4 p.m. Pacific time, 7 Eastern is when that one will start. And that's who's next up there.
There you go.
Yeah.
And then we're not on the THPN streams for a couple weeks, but we will be back with one more watch party at least, which is, if off the top of my head, April 5th against the Edmonton Oilers, that last week of the season there.
That sounds right. Yep.
So
can quickly double check.
The next and last time that the Ducks have a Wednesday game.
Yeah. So not next Wednesday, and not the Wednesday after that, but the following Wednesday.
Yeah. 3 Wednesdays.
April 5th. Yeah, you were right. 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 Eastern. Second last week of the season. The Ducks have 3 more games.
Oh, okay.
That. So yeah, we're going a little later than usual, but yeah. Okay. Yeah, on the other side of the break, we'll take a minute off here to catch our breath, grab some water, all that stuff. We got a little bit of news, couple bits to talk about, upcoming games, Gulls update, and what's quacking, which sounds like a lot. Shouldn't be too much. Should be able to get out of here pretty soon. But yeah. We'll hear from our friends at DraftKings Sportsbook, promo code THPN, and I'll see you guys in just a minute.
Ready for the underdogs, the upsets, and the unbelievable action from DraftKings Sportsbook? The biggest tournament in college basketball is here. Right now, new customers can bet just $5 on college hoops and get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Plus, for a limited time, all customers can score a no-sweat bet during round 1 and 2 of the tournament. Go to the app, opt in, and place a no-sweat bet this weekend. If it doesn't hit, you'll get a bonus bet back up to $10. So, what are you waiting for? Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and sign up with the code THPN. New customers can bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets instantly, win or lose. Again, that's promo code THPN as in the Hockey Podcast Network, only at DraftKings Sportsbook. Minimum age and eligibility restrictions apply. See show notes for details.
We got Lucas hopping in the chat saying, just got home from the game. What's up, boys? Hey,
What's
Lucas.
going on, Lucas?
Doing pretty good. And yeah, sorry the boys couldn't get a win for you there, but hopefully it was, still a good experience. Get to see the team live in person. Just hang out, have a good time. You got some goals to cheer about, which is good. But
yeah, some goals are better than no goals.
Exactly. Yeah, so as we said, a couple bits of news to talk about, which is definitely a change from the last few episodes. First one is that Anthony Stolarz is, I guess, out for the rest of the season after having successful knee surgery on March 14th, and expected recovery time is 6 to 8 weeks for that.
Explains why we didn't trade him at the deadline.
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah.
Like, was he not originally day to day? That seems, maybe it's because we're so focused on the Ducks, but that seems to happen a lot with the Ducks in particular.
Yeah,
it's a
I know there's other teams that are way more questionable about it, but
oh yeah, this guy's actually out for months because he had to quit surgery.
Yeah.
So I get there's initial evaluations and that kind of thing, but that feels like such a massive jump.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But
yeah, it's definitely more common for I guess a lot of the smaller markets, whereas we're even aside from Edmonton and Calgary, we still just see all of the Canadian media, more so the Canadian teams and those markets. So and those teams, because the fan bases are so big, they tend to get a lot more, I guess, just publicity, or there's more people asking, or the teams feel like they need to give more information to the fans, whatever it is. So we're just kind of maybe more used to that, even if it is, say, coming from Vancouver or Winnipeg or Toronto or Ottawa or whatever. Whereas the teams say, not that these aren't bigger markets, but I know New Jersey is very, very secretive about their injuries. They're yep, out day to day, and then a couple weeks later they're yep, LTIR, and then a couple weeks later they're yep, had season-ending surgery, and you're it's October. How the fuck was he day to day at any point? What? So it's just so they're one of them. Anaheim, it really a lot of the more southern state teams are like that.
Yeah, for some reason.
Yeah, just less coverage, I guess. All around, I guess the sports networks are more focused on, say, the Rams or the the Texans out in the NFL, just those teams, just because they just we talked about ESPN on here, they just they just care more about those, and there's more fans that care about those.
ESPN does not give two shits about hockey.
Yeah, exactly. So
we know that for a fact.
Yeah, it's just they're not putting it out there, and they're not listening to anybody that wants that information either. So yeah, but yeah. Anyways, tough for Stolarz. I mean, at least we get to be guaranteed to see Dostal up for the rest of the season, which is kind of nice.
Yeah.
Also unlikely that we'll see Stolarz in a Ducks uniform again. Never know, I guess, depending on trade deadline moves or whatever. But yeah, I guess I shouldn't say it won't happen, but it's unlikely considering he's a UFA, and
it doesn't
Gibson
make
and Dostal that are ready
for it to happen.
Yeah, exactly. But Lucas says about ESPN, the worst channel to watch hockey. So boring. Absolutely.
It has been rough on there. I think. Were we talking about it last week? I think so. Yeah. But yeah, from what I've seen of the two national broadcasts for in the States there in particular, between ESPN and TNT, I much prefer TNT.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So just the who they have, how they produce their broadcasts, and just everything just seems to be miles and miles better than what ESPN does. So out of the the four national networks between Canada and the States, right, of Sportsnet, TSN, ESPN, and TNT, ESPN, no question, is at the bottom. And then the other three, I guess I don't watch many NHL games on TSN, so I guess I'd put them at 3, just because I don't really know, I guess, too much.
Yeah.
If I have to base it off of, like, say, the World Juniors, though, actually, no, I'd still probably leave them at 3, actually, because TNT is that good. And then I kind of flip flop on Sportsnet TNT. So
yeah, no, that's a fair assessment, I think. But yeah. Anyways, speedy recovery. Wish the best for Stolarz, and hopefully, whether it's with the Anaheim Ducks or not, he has a job next season, because I think he's earned it, and he's good enough to have that, and hopefully the surgery is speedy recovery for him.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah. And then the other piece of news just came out earlier Wednesday, I guess. The Ducks signing prospect Nikita Nesterneko, who we acquired from the Wild, or we got his signing rights from the Wild in the John Klingberg trade. So signed him to an ELC 2 years at $925,000 per year. This year counts as the first year of that contract. So this year and next year is when he's signed. $92,500 signing bonus, base salary $832,500 is the breakdown there.
I would very much like to go, yes, I will accept this job, and check my bank account. Oh, hey, $92,500 just got added to it.
Yeah, right.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, no kidding. So, he was a 6th round pick back in
2019.
I want to say that, yeah, but I thought he was older. So, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. It was
2001 born. So yeah, 2019, 172nd overall to the Wild there. So, and yeah, has just played in college with Boston College there since then. 13 goals, 34 points in 36 games this season. And in 97 games with Boston College, 77 points. So kind of just under a point per game pace. This year has really picked it up, but very much known for his shot. He is a shot first guy, wicked shot. If he can get into an open scoring area, look out. It's got a label on it for the back of the net. So, yeah, that's very, very, I guess an important signing, considering he was, I mean, we don't know what that 4th round pick in 2025 is going to be, but right now that is the main piece of the John Klingberg trade. So hopefully it pans out, even just for the next season. Like it's kind of a win. Like, okay, at least we got, this player, but hopefully longer.
Yeah, exactly. I was kind of curious if he would have been like rushed and like gotten into tonight's game against the Islanders, but that's not the case. So we'll have to keep an eye on if he's in on Friday against the Blue Jackets there. But I was looking at some clips of his shot, and yeah, he just kind of he takes the shot like when he's in a good spot too, right? He's not like just throwing the pucks on net just for the sake of it, which is kind of refreshing, to be honest with you.
But he still gets himself into those positions. He doesn't just hold on to it and he's like, it's not here. And I mean, I haven't seen a ton of him play, so maybe there's a little hesitation, but it's he tends to get it off quickly. So
yeah, exactly. And just honestly, I'm excited to see this kid play with us there. So like, I know I was kind of hesitant just because it was signing rights initially with the trade, but now that he's signed there, like I'm excited to see him like actually put on the jersey and play. So and again, to clarify as well, he will be reporting to Anaheim. Won't be going down to San Diego. So
he is on a 2-way contract, so like we can bury him quite easily down.
My assumption is that he's staying up with the Ducks for the rest of the season, and then we'll see about next year, kind of thing. Where he is.
It's we're gonna give you some games for the rest of the season, see where you're at, and then at training camp next year, it's like, okay, we liked what we saw, but you still have to prove yourself coming into training camp and show that you're ready for a opening night roster spot.
Yeah, exactly.
But right now he's kind of being gifted with an opportunity, considering where the Ducks are. So
here we'll toss you in the lineup right now when we are 29th in the league. Let's see how you do, and when we're ready for zeros across the board, kind of thing. He
is a left-handed shot, but he plays center and the wing, so I guess probably both wings. Maybe more of a tendency to the left wing just because he's a left shot, but could maybe be that right winger that we need with Mason McTavish with the left-handed shot. Sticks on the inside, so able to get the puck off his stick very quickly. But yeah. We'll see what happens. We will trust in. I was going to say Verbeek, but no, I guess that decision comes down to our boy Dallas Eakins. So maybe we'll see where he's deployed. Probably fourth line for 6 minutes a night. But
yeah, so
what can you do?
Yeah. All right. I guess before we get to upcoming games or that, just Andrew in the chat saying that he was heading out, and having a good night. So yeah, have a good night, Andrew. Thanks for stopping in.
Yeah. Good to see you as always.
Yeah.
I guess we missed this too. He'll be wearing number 62 with the Ducks. And also you have a very random fact.
This is just a very random fact that I saw. Nesterenko's when is Nesterenko's birthday, Carter?
I thought I saw it was in September. Like just as I was looking him up, September 2001. Oh no. Don't tell me.
September 10th.
Oh, okay.
2001.
Okay, we're good.
Just the day before, but I saw that and I was just like, huh. All right. Just like I said, it's a very random fact.
Yeah.
It's
just
yeah.
If your birthday was the day after September 10th, 2001, would you change it? Would you just be like, well, I mean, I guess it would be probably up to your parents.
I know somebody whose birthday is on September 11th.
2001?
Not 2001.
Okay. No, but if it was like that day, that same year, I feel like if I had it, obviously I was 4 at the time, but if such a traumatic world event happens where like everybody knows the date and the year, like it's just a thing, and it's just like such a sad day. If I had a kid born on a day like that, I would be like, let's pretend they were born the day before. Like let's just say that it was that. Like
I feel like not to take a dark turn on this, but I feel like you don't even have that option anymore. It feels like there's just something happening every day now.
I mean, I guess, yeah. But like that's, I mean, not to say that like, this trauma is worse than other traumas, but like it's like, yeah, I don't know.
Something that's so big on the global
on like a global scale, yeah, and just like world altering.
Yeah.
I would just, because like you don't want your kid like going to school and it's like, oh hey, happy birthday, Timmy. Let's all head down to the gym for a morning ceremony, and then maybe we can have some cake, but we can't be too happy about it. It's got to be chocolate with black icing and no streamers, no presents either. So like, it's just, it would be too weird, and it's like, Anyways, that's just my opinion. But so maybe Nesterenko's birthday, they were like, you know what? Let's just slide that a little bit. I'm just saying.
If we ever get Nesterenko on the show, that's the question I want you to lead off with.
So Nesterenko, I know that you just put up a hat trick last game, but let's not start there. Is your birthday actually September 10th, or was it the 11th and you changed it? Or your parents changed it?
Oh man, can you tell that it's a late night show?
Yeah, because we're just all over the place.
Delusional. Yeah. Speaking of delusional, let's get into some upcoming game predictions.
All right, let's do it.
Because the first game that we have coming up is against another team trying to go for Connor Bedard. It is another round of the Tankford Bedard series against the Columbus Blue Jackets Friday night, 7 p.m. Pacific.
At this point, we're just going to see keep away. And then, like, Trevor Zegras is going to get a breakaway, and it'll be like the ending of The Incredibles where Dash is in the race. They're like, no, slow down, no, let's score. And then he just, like, shoots it wide with, like, a big grin on his
okay,
face.
No, go, no, slow, go.
Yeah. Yeah, Zegras just starts playing post. It's like, how many posts can I hit? So it looks like I'm trying, but... You start seeing like Shattenkirk passing it into his own net, like just, cross crease passes like inches in front of John Gibson, like shit like that.
Yeah. So on Tuesday night, the Columbus Blue Jackets broke a 4-game losing streak winning in overtime against the San Jose Sharks 6-5, another game in the Tank for Bedard's series.
Yeah.
I talked about it a little bit quick on the watch party, but if you haven't yet, Carter, and for anybody else as well, you need to go look at Johnny Gaudreau's overtime game winner for Columbus, because the San Jose Sharks do not put in any effort whatsoever.
Yeah.
Like, it's such a lack of effort that Dallas Eakins is going, "What the fuck are you doing out there?"
Yeah.
So, to kind of give you an idea of where the Blue Jackets are, they went to overtime against the Sharks. So,
Okay.
which both teams are near the bottom with us as well, right?
Yeah.
But maybe that was the Sharks' play the whole time, because now I'm looking at the standings here, and Columbus has 2 games in hand on the Sharks, and are only 2 points back now. Maybe it's the Sharks' long play.
Could be.
Okay, we got to overtime, but we'll give them this one.
Yeah.
Get us a little bit closer.
Yeah.
So,
Never know. Do you have a score prediction for this game against Columbus?
for this game, man, I'm looking at the scores and they're just kind of all over the place. But considering San Jose managed to get 5 without Timo Meier,
8-7.
Jesus Christ. I'm still gonna go for something kind of higher. I'm gonna go. I feel like Anaheim's gonna take this one.
Okay.
I'm gonna go 5-3 for the Ducks.
Okay. Interesting. 5-3. I thought you were gonna predict an overtime, because I'm definitely gonna predict an overtime for Anaheim. I was gonna say 5-4, but that's boring because it's close to yours. So, fuck it. 8-7. Anaheim. Shoot out the lights on a Friday night.
Balls to the wall. Let's go.
Yeah. Why not? Why can't it happen? I mean, unless we play Dostal. That seems high. I'm gonna go.
It can happen either way. Let's be honest here.
Should I go 7-6? No. I'll keep it.
Gibson
it
or Dostal. It could happen. We've
Yeah.
seen it happen.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Yeah. 8-7. I don't feel comfortable with it, but it's what I'm predicting.
That's what you're going with.
Yeah.
I like it. Sticking to your guns.
Yeah.
All right. The game we got after that is against the Vancouver Canucks, who we just saw last Wednesday.
I guess. Yeah.
The Canucks lead the season series now 2-0, beating us in November 8-5, and then beating us last week in overtime 3-2. How the Canucks been doing in their last 10 here?
Sorry, fun fact. 5-3 was the final in the Columbus game that we played earlier in the season as well. And so that was your prediction. So forgot to mention that. But
there you go. Vancouver's on a heater, 5-game win streak, 7-2-1 in their last 10. And on the road, that's where they dwindle a little bit. But then again, they just had a rough season to start with. 13-5-4 on the road. I'm going with the Canucks making this a 3-0 series lead.
That's fair.
Going 5-2.
5-2. Okay, I could see it.
I'm just double checking my logic here on one guy in particular, because I want to see this. While I'm pulling this up, though, you can give your prediction.
I wasn't sure how long you were going to be. Yeah, no, I see Vancouver taking this one as well. Just A, because they're on a heater this year, and B, because they've had our number. Or sorry, not on a heater this year. They are on a heater lately, but yeah, they've had our number. So, is this the end of the season series? Oh, do we play them?
No, I think we still play them one more time.
Oh boy, I can feel that coming.
Yeah, we still play them on April 11th as well. I think it's the last game of the season.
Second last.
Or second last? Okay.
We have LA after that, but yeah. What do I want to say? 4-2 Vancouver seems right. Like 3-2 with an empty net.
Okay. Like, I feel like, you always have guys when they're like kind of returning home for a game, they like to play good.
Yeah.
Especially. unless I'm getting my geography mixed up, San Diego not too far from Anaheim. That's where Thatcher Demko's from.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. I was like, why are we talking San Diego? What? But yes, yeah.
And
yeah, no, it's relatively close.
Yeah, and Demko as well, since returning from injury there. So he's played now 6 games. Only his first game back against the Dallas Stars, which was a win in overtime. Only one game did he not have over a 900 save percentage.
Oh, wow.
He's been doing good. So, and even that game against Dallas in his return was an 895.
Okay.
So since then, 944, 973, 909, 900, 926. The first, like I said, against Dallas, but also the last, that 926 against the Dallas Stars there.
Okay.
So, yeah, Thatcher Demko is...
He's doing all right.
he's ready to go here. So,
yeah.
But unfortunately for him, the Canucks front office doesn't really know what they're doing with their roster. Little lost on what they're wanting to do in the future, and the Canucks are not looking for a playoff spot right now. So 29, 32, and 5 on the season as of 10:38 Pacific on Wednesday night.
Yeah. All right. Well, you brought up San Diego, Thatcher Demko's hometown, just a couple minutes ago. And
man, we are killing the segues tonight.
Just crush. We're on fire, dude. We're on such a roll. Yeah, the San Diego Gulls also on fire this week. Just on a roll.
4-game win streak right now.
Yeah.
San Diego Gulls.
Pretty good.
That's impressive.
Just
for
like
this team, that's impressive.
Just like the Anaheim Ducks, they are like, you know what? End of the season, why not get some wins? Yeah. We're last in the league. No shot at, playoffs or anything like that, basically. But why the hell not, right? Let's just score points, get wins, shut out the Henderson Silver Knights. Why not?
I like it. So, yeah. So, speaking of shutouts, was the game on March 10th against the Silver Knights there, a 2-0 win. And then the next night they beat them again 4-2. Both those games at home. Coming up, they'll play on the 18th against the Iowa Wilds before hitting the road for just a quick trip down to Coachella Valley to play the Firebirds the next night. And then on the 21st, they're back in San Diego, where the Wild will still be waiting for them, and we'll play them again there. So, the Gulls 19, 39, and 1 on the season now. Still just good enough, I guess, for 10th in the Pacific Division out of 10 teams.
Yeah.
The top 5 players with the trade deadline having passed now, it looks very different compared to how it's looked throughout the rest of the season there. We have a 3-way tie for 5th spot between Braden Tracy, Glenn Godden, and our boy Pavel Regenda, all with 24 points there. Nice. Our other boy, Bo Grew, has 31. Michael Delzato is in 3rd spot with 34 points on the season, 24 points of those coming with San Diego. And then Dylan Sakura has 35 points on the season, 3 points with San Diego in his 4 games so far with the club since the trade deadline.
Nice. I like that.
And Nicholas Brouillard, the defenseman, is now leading the San Diego Gulls in points with 36 on the season in 59 games.
Damn.
And you were talking about shutouts earlier. Let's talk about some goaltenders. Here.
Yeah.
Ole Eriksson Ek. He's got a 475 goals against average and an 849 save percentage. He's just not able to fix those numbers, unfortunately.
Yeah.
It's not just on him. It's the team in front of him as well. But Gage Alexander is going to... The way he's been going in his first 8 games in the AHL, it's almost looking like history has a tendency to repeat itself.
Yeah.
What was the last time the Ducks had 2 young goalies that were fighting for potential spots in the NHL?
I mean, I don't remember the year, but it was Gibson and Anderson,
fighting against Jonas
a
Miller
few years ago. Yeah.
And right now you got John Gibson, who is still in his prime, right?
Oh, absolutely.
But he's got Dostal knocking at the door, and Gage Alexander is already knocking at the door here too. By the looks
knocking
of
on Dostal's door now.
yeah. 8
He's got a
games
door knocking
played.
chain.
He's got a 224 goals against and a 927 save percentage, a 5-2-1 record. The only goalie for the Gulls this season to have a winning record so far. And yeah, Alexander was the goaltender in net against the Silver Knights for that 2-0 shutout win there. Alexander also becomes the youngest Gulls goalie to record a shutout at 20 years, 8 months, and 8 days old. The previous holder of that record was Lucas Dostal at 21 years, 8 months, and 4 days. So like a whole year younger.
Yeah. Wow.
And Alexander, especially over his last 3 games, has been fantastic. And 969 save percentage, nice, and a 0.97 goals against average over his last 3 games.
Just shutting the door, hey? Damn. That's good. Love to see that.
He really went, yeah, a few months ago I was in Winnipeg. Oh, playing for like the Manitoba Moose? No. Playing for the Jets? No. Playing for the Winnipeg Ice. Who the fuck are they?
Yeah.
And then, okay, yeah, I'm going to go play in the ECHL now. Oh, okay. You need me in the AHL? Okay, I'm going to make the most of this then.
Yeah, exactly.
The guy went from junior hockey to 1 step away from the NHL.
Yeah.
In the span of a few months.
Just like that. Yeah.
Fantastic. Fantastic. I remember like, you know, when we were talking early on about Alexander, like when he was drafted and that sort of thing, right? Like we saw the potential in him. Like I just didn't expect to see him doing these kind of numbers in the AHL so quickly, I guess.
Yeah. It's very rare to see a goaltender at 20 years old in the AHL at all. Like, yeah, it's in a little bit of a, you know, more unique circumstance, I guess.
Yeah.
But
doing this well
too, like
that's a North American goalie in particular.
Yeah.
You do see it out of European goalies like Dostal, right? Because usually by the time that they've come over to North America, they've been playing in men's leagues in Europe.
Yeah. Right? But there is the difference in ice sizes as well. So the where the shots come from is a little bit different for them, I guess. So
yeah.
There's a little bit of an adaptation that way. So like both ways have their pros and cons, but yeah, it's definitely unique for Alexander here.
Yeah. And pumping the brakes on myself a little bit too. He has only played 8 games with the Gulls so far, but on a team that, you know, just went through the trade deadline as well, was not, excuse me. Oh, I got the hiccups right now. This is going to be great. Not doing great overall throughout the season, right? And being able to put up these numbers, it's pretty damn spectacular, to be honest with you.
Yeah, for sure.
It's like, again, like, yes, Dostal played a lot more games in the AHL this year. Dostal can't even say, though, that he had a winning record this year.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
He's got some very similar numbers, but he can't say that he has a winning record. So,
yeah. Sorry, I'm just taking a look at something. Yeah, no, never mind. All good. So, yeah, no, it's just impressive. It's good to see, anyways. So, yeah. All right. Well, let's get ready to get out of here. But first, we've got What's Quack. Oh, I didn't do the Gulls update key. Okay, can I hit it now?
Press it now.
Yeah, okay.
Press it now.
We were just like so good on the segue trains that like we just couldn't throw off the most. We didn't need music to be like, okay, now we're transitioning topics because we were just like rolling through it. But now into What's Quacking.
All right, Carter.
Uh-huh.
The Oscars were just this weekend, but that's not the awards that I want to talk about.
Okay. Were the Oscars this weekend?
Actually? Yeah, they were.
Oh, seriously?
No, they were.
What? Who even won anything? Are you sure?
I have no idea for any movies or that, to be honest with you. I just know that Brendan Fraser won Best Actor, which is well deserved. Yeah, well deserved. That guy's had a resurgence of his career, and it's been great to see.
Yeah. Full list of Oscar winners. Just give me best movie. That's all I care about. Best picture.
It's probably something that neither of us have watched.
Everything Everywhere All at Once, which I've heard is very, very good, but no, I have not watched it. It's at the cheap theater. We should go and see it.
All right. I'll be down for that.
Yeah. Have you heard of that one?
Just because of the Oscars, honestly.
Oh, really? Okay. It's got a who's in it? Sorry, and then we'll go on to what's quacking. But
No, it's all good.
The actor, everything, everywhere, all at once.
I think the director of it is the kid from the Goonies, or am I getting that mixed up?
Maybe that's what I was thinking of. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't recognize. What am I thinking of? Yeah, I don't know. I don't recognize any of these actors or actresses. Nope, not even a single one of them.
That's okay though, because like I said, that's not the awards that I want to talk about.
Okay.
I want to talk about the Oscars.
Okay. Well, that's good. Let's forget that this movie even happened.
There's only as I'm talking about the Oscars, there's only one good thing that I at least saw that came out of the Oscars, and that was just another great Andrew Garfield meme. Because
Perfect.
Jimmy Kimmel was talking about, if you're going to try to, come at me, you got to go through this person. And he'll point to somebody in the crowd. The ones for me in particular, you got to go through the Mandalorian. It goes to Pedro Pascal.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to go through my buddy Spider-Man. And it goes to Andrew Garfield, and everyone's kind of quiet for a second, and then they all start clapping because everybody's expecting Tom Holland.
Yeah.
and Andrew Garfield just gives like the cheesiest, like, oh no, like kind of smile.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. And it's fantastic. It's pure Peter Parker energy. Let's put it that way.
That's good.
So, but I don't want to talk about the Oscars anymore.
No, we've talked too much about the Oscars for not wanting to talk about the Oscars.
I want to talk about the best Flow Awards for the Anaheim Ducks.
Oh, I thought you meant
the Anaheim Ducks.
Oh, okay.
I got better flow than you.
What? You have like no flow.
I got the beard flow though.
That's different flow.
But it works.
That's like best supporting actor, not like best actor.
Whoa. This is best actor material.
No, it's support.
You take that back.
It's supporting your face.
No. This is the show.
No, because look,
the beard is the show.
No, with my hair, this is the show, and then my beard is just support. Same with you. It's not my fault. Your hair sucks. Sometimes movies have that like a main actor, but they're not the star of the show. Everyone's there for the supporting actor. I don't know why this is the first one that comes to mind, but think the Polar Express, that animated movie as the kid. Do you even remember any of the names of the characters? No, you don't. Do you remember any of the actors from that movie? I bet you remember one, and it's Tom Hanks as the train conductor. You remember who the stupid kids are?
Andy Greenway.
No. What? Who's Andy Greenway?
Nobody. I just made him up. I was just going to throw you off.
Oh.
And it worked.
Yeah, you did.
Yes, Tom Hanks.
But yeah, Tom Hanks. And he's not the main character of the movie.
Yeah, but it's Tom Hanks.
Yeah, but he's in a supporting role. And there's nothing wrong with being in a supporting role and being like, look at who we got as a supporting role here. It's not about this guy, but he's in it. He plays a role. He's there for most of it.
Let's think back to our third year here for a second. All right.
Yeah.
I had fairly long hair, especially for me. I had fairly long hair. I shaved my head. Nobody really batted an eye. It was kind of like, oh yeah, okay. Like, yeah, Nate shaved his head. All right. I shaved off my beard and nobody recognized me. People I've been friends with for years did not recognize me. This is the main character. The beard is the main character. I have had somebody, the Calgary Edmonton last preseason, Calgary Edmonton, first game of the Scotiabank Saddledome since everything had shut down with COVID initially.
Yeah,
I had somebody from the other side, like not widthwise, like lengthwise, other side of the Scotiabank Saddledome.
Yeah,
and a bowl up recognize me because of the beard and the backwards snapback.
Yeah. Okay.
The beard is the main character.
I don't have any examples for this one in particular.
Not supporting character.
But because I'm not
Lucas
a big
has
movie
my
guy.
back here.
Okay, but here's the thing though.
Beard flow wins.
Here's the thing. Your beard can still be the supporting actor, but it just stole the show. Sometimes it happens. I again don't have any examples, not a big movie guy, but the beard, supporting role, but it's just stolen the show. So everyone goes to see this movie because they don't play a huge role, but they just, this actor or actress just they make the movie. You have to go and see it just for them, even though they're like not the main character. So for you, your beard's just stealing the show. That's all. There's nothing wrong with that.
The beard's the main character.
Okay, you live your truth.
You remember how big of a deal it was when I shaved it just into a mustache after watching Top Gun this summer?
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah,
it's the main character, man.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyways, back to the Ducks Best Flow Award.
Yeah, we got way off there. Anyways.
Oh, it's all good though.
I will give you this one though, because Lucas is saying, you know, he's kind of making it 2-1. Beard flow wins, center stage, pet flow contributes. So, okay, I cede.
All right, so we got the Best Flow Awards coming from the Anaheim Ducks. This is after one of their practices, and the social media team is asking who has the best hair on the team, and we'll just listen to the answers here. There is some pretty good ones, I would say.
There's some good ones, yeah. We need the audio, man.
What's that?
We need the audio.
Oh no, I wasn't sharing it. Oh no.
Anyway.
Oh, it's because I shared window, not the tab. There we go.
If this desk didn't have a bunch of heavy stuff on it, I would flip it.
You'd flip it. Okay, let's try this again.
Okay,
let's try this again.
Best hair on the team.
Oh, myself. Sorry, I'm pausing it already. Shattenkirk, not me.
Yeah.
And then wait for this. And then
Evan Shattenkirk.
Shatty.
Yeah, I'll go Shatty.
3 guys in a row with Shatty. That's good.
Yeah, that's too good.
Who's that? That was McGinn. Jones was one of them, and I missed who the other guy was that said Shattenkirk.
Bolio.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That's Bolio there. Yeah.
Johnny Gibson.
Zegras just with me.
Yeah.
Gibby. The goalies.
I'm pausing this already because I know I'm pausing it a lot. That is the right answer though.
Gibson,
As a hair, the goaltenders.
Yeah. I saw someone comment on the video there, and they were like, Trevor Zegras hair flip king, and they had like a gif of him flipping his hair. And I was like, what about Gibson's hair flip?
Yeah.
What? I was just
slow-mo gif on Twitter there.
Yeah.
But like Dostal's got like the very pretty hair kind of thing. Like what I wish I could do kind of thing. Like
it's not flow. It's not flow, but it's just like it's clean. It's So yeah, it's good.
Troy.
Stromer. Best hair? Rico.
Rico's got some nice hair recently too. I'll go with Rico.
Me.
Oh, great.
Bollier.
Could make the argument for Bolio though as
he's got some good ones. I'm surprised no one said Comtois, honestly. He's got some he's got a good flow.
Like Bolio, like Nathan's got the he's got like the mohawk mullet. Like the curly mohawk mullet going on.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's good.
But I will pull up though, because there were some images from the Ducks. What was it from the Lady Ducks fashion show here? We got a good picture here, I think. That
while you're doing
that
that, Lucas says I'd go straight Gibby. Although Z's flip though, it is good. Not to take away from it, but Gibson's just so good.
Yeah, so we got a pretty good picture here.
Mm-hmm.
But I also just want to deep dive into this picture a little bit. You got a little bit of a 2-for-1 here for the what's quacking here.
There's a lot to unpack here.
There's a lot to unpack. We're only going on half the picture here. Like Jamie, like Drysdale is definitely, like the cousin that's like has gone off to college kind of thing.
Yeah.
McTavish is.
Oh fuck! The edibles just kicked in.
Yeah, I was gonna say that, or he's like he's come to Christmas dinner already hammered.
Yeah,
kind of thing. Shattenkirk is definitely like the uncle that's trying to be cool,
but also came to Christmas hammered.
Yeah, he was the uncle that like was really cool in college. Like he was the guy on campus.
Yeah, like the receding hairline plus, what is that? Is that 3 buttons? It's at least 2 buttons undone on the shirt with the jacket. Like that's a very like, former cool uncle vibe. So
which is what I strive for, because that's how I do my shirts. And then we got that Carrick there.
that's
He's
Carrick, yeah.
just- okay, so McTavish might have come to the party drunk, but Carrick is just gone. At this
Oh,
point.
Yeah, no, it looks like he's holding on to
Yeah.
Shattenkirk and somebody else. If someone lets go of him on either side, he's going down. Like he's seconds away from meeting the floor.
He's so far gone that he's gonna be asked like, okay, like Sam, can you count to 10? A, B, C, D.
F L M H E L P as he like tips backwards.
As we scroll over here, we'll get the other side here. We got Troy, who's, I don't know, how do we want to describe Troy?
Honestly, like he's looking good. Like he's doing the thing that models do where like they tilt their head and they look down, and it's like kind of sexy. It's like, oh man, look at what I'm wearing. Like check me out kind of thing, even though he's like hidden behind a couple people.
No, okay, you know what? Actually, I got Troy. I got Troy.
Okay.
He's the child that like is the successful one out of everybody.
Yeah. He's like the doctor.
But he's the middle child, so he doesn't get the recognition.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go.
Trevor is easily just the youngest brother who is just off the walls kind of thing.
Yeah. Like he's 20 and like he could sit at there's a space for him at the adult table, but he chooses to sit at the kids table because it's more fun.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you get like a plastic fork and you get to play with your food.
Genuinely does that though as well.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. No, 100%.
He's one like, yeah, no, I don't want to talk with you. Goes to the kids table. So like how many goals did you put up this week? Oh hell yeah, man. Like nice work.
Yeah. No, he's not one to swear in front of him. He's like, oh, heck yeah, man.
Yeah,
as he's like taking steak off the kid's plate.
Yeah, exactly. And like he'll let somebody just go, don't tell your mom that I said that, okay?
Yeah.
But you can use that one on the ice, but don't tell your mom I said it.
Yeah.
Stromer there. Stromer is the cool uncle in this photo.
He is, yeah.
Like
he's not Shattenkirk, who's the formerly cool uncle.
He's the John Stamos on Full House, Uncle Jesse type cool. Like he is like the cool uncle.
Yeah.
And then Gibby is just daddy.
Yes. Just Daddy Gibby, absolutely.
Whereas like he's there to have a good time, but if anybody steps out of line, he'll fuck you up.
Yeah, exactly. I get like single daddy vibes from Gibby too.
I don't get the single ones.
No.
Maybe
it's just wishful thinking on my part. Who knows?
Could be.
Yeah. just hopes and dreams.
Oh. But yeah, so there you go.
Cool.
I guess we've gone through, the family photo.
Mm-hmm.
We've heard what the Ducks have said for the best flow awards. Carter, who do you give the best flow award to on the Anaheim Ducks this season?
Well, Shattenkirk is the funny answer, and it's the answer in my heart. I do have to answer seriously and agree with Lucas here, and just go with Gibby. It's hard to contest that flip, man, and that flow. It's just you get that little wet, and oh boy, there's more things than just his hair getting wet. I'll tell you that. like you said,
yeah.
I see Gibby do a hair flip, and I go take a pregnancy test, and it's positive because man, it's just magical. I don't know, who do you gotta give it to?
Oh, I'm double checking right now because I think I have my answer.
Okay.
But I just want to be sure.
Don't pick someone lame just to like be cool and different. I hope that's not one of those answers.
No, I'm trying to think right now if he's even got like the flow necessarily going, but I know he can do it. Either way, he pulls it off. Uncle Rico, Mr. Adam Henrique.
Yeah. No, it's a good answer. Yeah.
Okay, I think I gotta go with Uncle Rico.
Underrated, I'll say. Yeah.
Yeah. So, or I'll go with Z because I wish I could pull off longer hair like that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good too.
Honestly, I wish I could
Those
pull off
three are
even
good.
like longer hair like Terry.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. I just haven't really been able to like overly do it. Maybe I'm just styling it wrong. I don't know. I've just always like had shorter hair, I guess, usually. So
Yeah, which is fair. You make up for it with the beard. Yeah, you
Yeah,
got a
exactly.
good 1-2 combo, good main actor, supporting actor combo there.
Yeah.
Whereas my beard game's not strong, so I gotta try and make up for it with the hair, which is also not
Yeah.
strong.
like
it's decreasing.
yeah, like I know I can look decent with my beard grown out. Like I have had it to about like the logo here before
Yeah.
on my shirt, kind of thing. So I have gotten it pretty long. This is pretty short compared to like what I've had before.
Yeah.
So
Lucas saying here, when that goalie mask comes off in between plays, floods everywhere.
and he's not
Absolutely.
talking about flooding the ice. Everybody.
Nope, not at all.
He's talking about floods in the stands.
Yes, and at home and all, everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere. Yeah. All
And
right.
he's not talking about people spilling their drinks. But while they are doing that, that's not what he's talking about.
Well,
I'm going to dive deeper into this until you make me shut up.
Yeah, I'm making you shut up. Let's get out of here. I think we've covered a lot on this episode already. If you want to show some support for me and say that, beards are supporting actors, even though they can steal the show, just give me some love at Carter_Potts_97 on Twitter there. Nate, where can people just, praise your beard game or whatever else?
Yeah, you can do that on Twitter at Tatenamas, TATENHOMAS.
Yeah. And if you want to nominate someone for best flow on the Ducks, or if you got some best flow yourself that you just want to show off, at Quack Report Pod is where you can show that or send us
Lucas
that.
told me to keep going. So
No,
have you ever heard
there's
of
music
flood
going.
pants before?
Get out of here. Twitter,
They're not the kind that you
Instagram,
think.
YouTube, Twitch, at Quack Report Pod, at HockeyPodNet is the network. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll be back on Monday with another episode, and go Ducks go.